Did you know that today was one of the worst days for 2022 for the NASDAQ market? So the NASDAQ market is down 5.4% overall, making it one of the worst days in the NASDAQ market since the start of 2022. It might actually be the worst day. So if you are experiencing some form of feeling, trust me, it comes with the territory. The NASDAQ market tends to be the most volatile out of the major three, the other two being the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones. With that being said, I feel like we really prepared for this CPI data report. I filmed a video yesterday. I talked about I was holding 5,000 shares of my NASDAQ ETF. During today's live trading session, everyone was able to see. You guys can watch it. It's free. It's public. During our live session, by the time that we got to the pre-market hours, let me share my screen with you. By the time that we got into the pre-market hour session, before the report came out for the CPI data report, right? So the CPI data report came out, for those that are not aware. CPI data report, inflation was reported to be at 8.3%. It was higher than expected, but it was really the biggest concern was core CPI. Core CPI actually rose from 5.9% with an expectation of 6%, and it came in at 6.3% for this month. This only justifies that the Federal Reserve should be taking a more aggressive approach when raising interest rates. It was very simple. If you watch my video from earlier today, it was live streamed. I think we went live at like 5:26 or 5:25. This was 5 minutes before the report was released. I'm in Mountain Standard Time, so understand that that's different. But 5 minutes before the report was released, I showed my position and I explained, hey, I'm up $2,000. I reduced my position size from 5,000 shares in the pre-market session and I reduced it to 2,000 shares. I sold most of my position because I knew that things could be worse before they got better, right? I'm very grateful that I did because it aggressively sold off. When it aggressively sold off, I began to buy the dip and I made it very clear. Just because I do something does not mean that you need to. What else did I say? Go back and watch the video. This is the part that I'm very grateful that I did. I've experienced these CPI data reports many, many times. On average, it can be a 12 to 14% movement of a day in the triple leverage ETF, TQs or SQs. And it's gone either way. I've seen TQs gap up 14%. I've seen SQs drop, today was pretty significant. I think it was 17%, that it was 16.5% in the green. But on average, I tend to see about a 3 to 4% move on the NASDAQ, which 3 times that is a 12 to 14% move on the triple leverage ETF. And I'm very happy that I said that because it set proper expectations. Market sentiment was bearish. Report came in worse than expected. Fear was being injected into the market. Market was bearish. It was made very clear. I made it very clear. But one of the things that I talked about is when I began dollar cost averaging and loading up on some of my position on that NASDAQ ETF, I said that, again, do not buy with a dollar amount that you cannot tolerate. People see that I'm buying a specific dollar amount, but they don't understand how that correlates to my overall position. Someone can see that I bought $100,000 worth of it and they think that it's a lot. And it is a lot. It's all perspective. But if I trade with over $500,000, that's a 20% position size. That's like if you trade with $1,000 and you decide to buy with $200. It's all relative. Doesn't matter how much money I'm trading with. Doesn't matter how much money you're trading with. It's all about managing that position size. Because when confirmation does present itself, when we do begin to indicate signs of a reversal, then I can step on the gas with my remaining position. My focus today was just getting settled into a position that I see myself making money in a couple of days or maybe a couple of weeks. I know that the NASDAQ might take time to recover. We have this up and coming FOMC Fed meeting where they're going to release and announce the interest rate hike, and things can definitely get worse before they get better. And I made sure that I tried to do my part in expressing that. That being said, market sentiment is bearish. And it should be very clear to see that. It's not about asking the question of how long or how much longer do we expect this to happen. Stop overcomplicating your trading. just set alerts. If you cannot tolerate the time that it will take for the market to recover, if you cannot tolerate your position size, then either reduce it and or just set alerts and wait for confirmation. Why need to overcomplicate any of this? It's as simple as that. If you have no history, if you have no experience, then yeah, it might feel very challenging to know where the bottom is. Let me share something that you might not know. No one can ever predict the bottom of the market. With that being said, everyone can prepare for a reversal. And that's all I ever try to preach. Anytime that the market is selling off, I think it's the best time to prepare for the market to recover, even now. It's not that it's going to recover soon, but when it does, at least you have a plan of action. And that's always more important, because the more it sells off, that simply means the cheaper price you can get it for, because eventually markets do end up recovering. The simple question is can you tolerate the time that it will take for the market to recover, and will you have a plan of action to actually follow through with proper execution? Having a trade plan, setting effective alerts, and waiting for that opportunity to present itself. Something so simple, yet something almost every trader struggles with. Why? Because it takes time, it takes discipline, and it takes patience. And this is no different. So I'm very excited to follow up. Tomorrow we do have a PPI report, which is the Producer Price Index, and I will be covering that with my Learn Plan Profit group. You don't have to join our live sessions, but again, if you want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow, to my understanding it is tomorrow. Yeah, so we have PPI tomorrow, Wednesday, September 14th, and that is going to be 1 hour before the market opens. I will be posting that and then following up during our live trading session with my Learn Plan Profit team. So if you want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow, if you want access to our A to Z video lesson library, private group chat, and access to our TechBuds HQ, again, the second link down below is the only service that I offer. No, I don't just trade live once a week, once a month, or once a year. I trade live every single day the market opens. So if that would be of value for you, click the second link, learn more about it, and see if our group is a good fit for you. If not, then again, just make sure that you subscribe and watch our free videos on YouTube. I hope that it earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, send me a direct message via Discord. That's that first link down below. Or if you're not on Discord, send me a direct message via Instagram, and that's that third link down below. We also did just announce the new giveaway. It's our second staycation that we're going to be offering. And if you guys haven't entered already, that's going to be the fourth link down below. I'm using the Webull trading platform. If you want to download it and earn some free stocks, that's going to be the fifth link in the description. I appreciate you guys' time. I'll see you tomorrow at Market Open for our live trading session. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.